A very good morning to all the students of class 9. And students, as you know, before this session started, we were having the regular classes in which we had started the first chapter of your geography, that is India, size and location. And we had almost finished that chapter, and I was taking the exercises and extra questions regarding those particular topics of that first chapter. But in one class, I had not finished the question answers, and in others, long questions were left. So from today, if you see your homework portal, I shall be uploading the important questions and the good questions of the first chapter, which you have to do, and you have to upload it on the submission date, which will be provided to you of the first chapter. But talking about this particular lecture, today I shall be taking up the second chapter of your geography book, and the name, as you say, physical features of India. So in this chapter, in this particular session, I shall be taking up the introduction part of this chapter, physical features of India. This is the second chapter. And if you talk about the first chapter, for that I shall be giving you the questions on your homework portal which you have to do. Okay, so let's begin this chapter today, physical features of India. I have written some important points which I shall be reading and explaining it to you. But before we start this particular chapter, the very first and foremost thing which becomes important for you as a student of geography of class 9, you must know the meaning of physical features of India. Since we are starting this chapter, and this topic is completely in context to India, it means we have to understand the various different type of physical features which exist on the Indian landscape. So, physical features. What do you understand by physical features? Okay, so in case to understand the meaning of physical features, let's go and check your past knowledge. And from the very beginning, since class 5, 6, 7, 8, up to till 9, you have been reading one thing, that India has a huge diversity in terms of its language, color, creed, okay, caste. We have diversity in all these things, and you have been studying this. But when it comes to the landscape or physiography of India, so we say it is also a lot of diversity you can see in terms of physical features of India. For suppose if I take the example, if you travel the different landscape, different places in India, some places you would find there are mountainous places. On the other hand, you will travel further, you will find the northern plains, plain regions, you will also find coastal regions, you will find deserts, you will find plateaus. So all these different sorts of landforms, I would say, different type of landforms which we find in India, it is called physical features. Like, also example taken, like you can see me. If you talk about my physical features, these are my hands, my fingers, my hairs, okay, my legs. So these are my physical characteristics. If you talk about me and you will describe my characteristics, so these will be my physical characteristics which you are able to see and recognize. In the same way, when we are talking about the physical features of India, okay, as a landscape, so we will see what are the things which we can physically see and recognize. We can differentiate different type of landforms. So if you will travel, you will see the outside world, you will be easily able to understand, okay, this is a mountain, this is a hill, this is a coastal region, this is a desert, this is a we would say plateau. So in this way, you will be able to differentiate different form of landscape or land if you talk about Indian continent, Indian subcontinent, or basically India. Okay, so that is why we are calling it physical features. So I hope you would have understood what is the basic important topic which we are going to cover in this chapter. We will completely try to understand in deep that what are the physical features of India. So one by one in this we will be discussing about Himalayas, we will be studying about islands of India, Lakshadweep and Andaman and Nicobar. Then we will be reading about one of the most important Himalayas, all the three ranges of Himalayas in detail. So these will be the things we will discuss in this chapter. We will talk about plate tectonics theory. Okay. So the notes which I have written here, I am reading it out, which would be benefit for you and easier for you to understand this topic. In this introductory part, I am not starting the content on the very first day. Today I am discussing what are the things we are going to discuss in this chapter, and this chapter is very important for you to understand. Okay. So India is the land of diversity. As I told you, India is a land of diversity. In the junior classes, you have been studying about the diversity in terms of color, creed, language, caste, okay, religion. But here we are trying to understand India also have the huge and deep diversity in terms of different type of landforms in India. Okay, so India has a land of diversity. You can call India a land of diversity in every sense, in all the manner. From culture, you will find different type of culture here, different type of economic activities you will find, and even the landscape. Most important, the landscapes in India, you will find there are a lot of varieties and different type of landforms you will find in India. Has diverse elements all on one. For example, we have taken, you will find cold mountains like Himalayas. Here you will find various ranges of Himalayas which we are going to discuss in the chapter in detail, but here just taking the examples, like we will study about mountains, then we will study about deserts in India. India is also having desert regions. There are vast plains. When we will study about the northern place in this vast plains, hot and humid plateaus. Will thus part on the map. I will try to show you also the map here, where we will try and understand what are the hot and humid plateaus. Then we will see white seashores. Seashores means we will try to understand and cover the coastal lines, coastal regions, coastal boundary of India. So there can be a question in the first chapter. We have also covered in terms of kilometer, what is the length and distance of coastal line of India, what is the length in terms of kilometer land boundary of India. So we will discuss that. Then tropical islands, we are also going to discuss about the islands of India. So the physical features of India cover every terrain. So let's understand the meaning of it. They are saying, if you talk about Indian subcontinent or India as a country, in India you will find every type of terrain. What is the meaning of terrain? You have to remember a stretch of land, especially with regard to its physical features. A particular type of physical feature is found in various locations of India. Like in the northern region, we see a long stretch of Himalayas. Then we see the Deccan Plateau, the southern part. We see the long coastal lines. We see the northern plains. So if you will see the map of India, physical map of India, you will find various type of terrains in India. Terrains means different sort of landscape which we can easily differentiate. So in India you will find all the type of terrains. So this is one of the very important characteristic, and that is why I told you India is also a land of diversity. You can easily write everywhere that India is a land of diversity in every sense. In terms of, I have told you, caste, color, language, religion, plus in this chapter, in context to this chapter, we are talking about landscape. So in terms of landscape and type of landforms which we find in India, we have huge diversity, and this diversity I have discussed here. We have mountains, we have desert, we have plains, we have plateaus, and then we have coastal areas, and we have set of islands. So one by one we will try to understand these type of terrains or various landforms in India which are available, and we have to study them. And we just don't have to study, but we will also see how these different type of landforms have established, how they have formed, how they came into existence, how these different forms of land were formed in India. What were the factors which were responsible because of which these different sorts of or diversity of landscape we can see in India. So we will try to find the reasons also, because in the junior classes you know about the mountains, desert, plateaus, plain, you know all this. This is the past knowledge, and now you have to use that past knowledge, you have to implement here, and we will try to understand this, how they were formed in India. In that we will talk about the ancient period also, and we will relate it to the modern current situation of all these landscapes in India. So I hope at least you have understood what we are going to discuss in this chapter, okay, today. And let's now move forward with this chapter where we will be discussing, and I will be reading from an NCERT book, so that you can also keep a book in front of you while I am explaining. I will read it from your book so that you can relate to the topic very well. You can underline the important things. Although I shall be giving you the instructions that at what time you have to mark the important points. Okay, and do not forget to write and upload your homework and write the answers properly. Although I shall be assisting you and helping you out while writing answers. Okay, so let's move forward with this chapter. Okay, so you must have your NCERT book while I am reading it out, and so that you can understand the topic properly. And I am taking the introduction part from your book now. Just now I have just explained you the things according to me. I have given you some important information. You must keep them in mind. Okay, what do you understand by physical features? As I have given you the example of a man. Like I have given you my example that what are my physical features. So in the same way we have physical features for India as well. That is the different sort of landforms we see, which we can easily differentiate, and we call them by these names: mountains, deserts, plains, etc. Now I am reading it from your book itself. You have already learned earlier that India is a vast country with varied landforms. That is, in the previous classes you have already read, and there were many chapters since class 6 up to class 8 that where you understood that India is a vast land and India is having various type of landforms. It means it is having diversity in terms of its landscape. What kind of terrain do you live? So they have put up a question for you that what type of landform you live in. Like here we are living, this is a plain region here. But people living in the higher Himalayas or Uttarakhand region, if you go to the higher places, higher altitudes, you will find villages living in the mountainous region. So the terrain is different there. The terrain is different here. The terrain, if you go further to the northern plains, you will find difference there. If you go towards the coastal plains, coastal region, coast area, you will find the difference in the landform there. If you go to the western part of India towards Rajasthan, you will find desert there. So you will find various different type of characteristics in each and every sort of landscape. So they have put up a question: which type of terrain you live in? And the example and the meaning of terrain I have told you. If you want, you can write in your book also. I am explaining it. A stretch of land. Terrain, meaning of terrain, a stretch of land, comma, especially with regard to its physical features. Okay, so this is the meaning of terrain. So do not be confused and write it in your book as well. Underline this word. What kind of terrain do you live in? If you live in the plains, you are familiar with the vast stretch of plains land. In contrast, if you live in hilly region, the rugged terrain with the mountains and valley are common features. In fact, our country has practically all major physical features on earth. So here they are saying, wherever we are living, we are very much familiar with those type of terrain. We are not very familiar with deserts. We are not very familiar with coastal areas. Although living in Uttarakhand, we are very much familiar with a bit of plain region and a more of mountainous or a hilly terrain. So we are very much familiar. All of you must have traveled to the higher places in Uttarakhand, Himachal Pradesh. Okay, so we need to understand, as a human being, we are very much familiar to a particular type of landform where we have been living from our childhood. So if you are living here from your childhood, you are very much familiar with this type of landform in India. But it does not mean in India everyone is living under the same circumstances. Everywhere, every landform is having the same characteristics. Every land at other places in India are having different type of landforms, and those landforms are having different type of physical features or physical characteristics. Okay. So in India we find basically all types of landforms, as I told you: mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus and islands. You must be wondering how these physical features have been formed. Now the question arises, okay, we have a lot of diversity. This you have been understanding, you have been reading from the very junior classes. But now you need to understand from how these different landforms have been formed. That is the exact line which is mentioned in your book. You can see it in the very first paragraph. It's written, you must be wondering, you must be thinking how these physical features have been formed. Okay? We will learn more about major physical features of India and how they have been formed. So the basic content of this chapter is this: how these landforms have been formed. So we will be studying about the formation of the physical features of India. To understand the formation of physical features of India, there are various important examples given here. We begin with the second paragraph. You can see into the books. We find different types of rocks. Some are very hard marbles which has been used for making Taj Mahal, and some of the rocks are very soft okay, which are used soap-like soapstone, which is used for making talcum powder. So they are saying before taking up how earth is formed, how there were different landforms, they are discussing that we can see different type, you find different type of stones in India. You will find very hard stone, that is marble, from which Taj Mahal is being constructed. That particular stone was used in the formation of Taj Mahal. On the other hand, you will find a very soft stone which is used for talcum powder. So you can see the variation. One is very hard stone, one is very soft stone. It means these are a part of formation of different type of lands in India. The color of soil varies from one place to another because soil is formed out of different type of rocks. You will find in the junior classes you used to mark the places having red soil, black soil, laterite soil. So there were different type of soils in India having different texture, different characteristics, different colors in the different parts of India. This you have studied in class 7th or 8th. Okay, so why there is so much of variations when we come and talk about the soil, type of soil in India? And as a student of this geography, you must be knowing how soil is formed. Soil is formed through various processes. कुछ processes होती है like weathering, erosion and deposition. Okay, so these play a very important role, as well as weathering, the definition of weathering, meaning of weathering, we have all done in class 8 and 7. So the color of the soil varies from one place to the other place because soil is formed out of different type of rocks. Soil is formed out of various type of rocks. When there are disintegration of, we would say, rocks into small pieces and later it becomes soil. We have ever thought about the causes of these variations? Did you ever thought why there are so much of variations when we talk about stones? One is very hard stone, one is very soft stone. Why there is variation in the color of these soil? So have you ever thought of these variations? Most of these variations are caused due to difference in rock formation. So all these differences which we see in the rock or soil around India, because in this context, basically in this chapter we are discussing about India. So all these differences and variations are just because the formation of rocks are different in India at different places. You find very different type of rocks, igneous rocks, metamorphic rocks, like that, different type of rocks, and their formations are of different process. And because of it, some rocks are hard, some are very soft, and some are average. In the same way, you find different colors in different soil. So India is a large landscape formed during the different geological period. So you need to understand that we will be discussing formation of physical features in the next video. Today I am limiting this particular topic to this point so that you can read these two paragraphs plus the lecture which I have given here, important points I have written here. You must go through it. You will be able to understand that what we are going to study in this chapter, what is the meaning of this particular topic, so that from the next lecture I can directly start the topic that would be formation of physical features of India, how they were formed, in which we will be discussing an important theory, that is theory of plate tectonics. Okay, till then you need to do the homework on time. You have to submit all the homework on the given submission date so that you can also get attendance. But do not waste your time, keep reading the NCERT book as well. Although I will be taking all the important topics from your NCERT book, and I shall also be telling you what you need to underline. But for that you need to watch the videos of all the subject, I would say. Okay, thank you, and we shall continue this particular chapter in the next class. Take care.